So first off, I wanted to thank everyone who checked out the Free Mind Speaks Part 1 and gave us feedback. It's awesome to see so many people being supportive of what we're trying to do, and I can only hope that the support continues to grow as we continue this journey. So before I even introduce Part 2, it's important that if you're watching this video right now, I need you to let go of all judgment. I need you to let go of all stereotypes that you have in your head, and I need you to have an open mind to the things that I'm about to say. I attempted suicide when my depression was just starting, only a few months in. And after my attempt, I knew that I wanted to live. I just wanted my pain to go away. Somehow. I began reading online about different coping skills that have worked for different people, and I began to try multiple things. Exercising, writing about how I was feeling, making sure that I spent as much time around other people as I could. Because like with most people suffering from depression, being alone was not good for me at all. When I was alone, my mind would go off and think about, well, things that they weren't healthy for me to think about. I knew how off the wall some of the things were, but I constantly found myself thinking about every possible outcome of every possible situation and thinking about all the different ways that it could go, which only made my depression worse. I didn't understand it then, but with some research and talking to the right types of people, I began to learn that what I had was generalized anxiety disorder. So basically, it was my anxiety that was fueling my depression in a lot of different ways. My anxiety kept me up at night, which led to me having horrible insomnia. And when you can't sleep, then your mind isn't nearly as strong as it can be, which then allowed the depression in even more. It was like I had all these cracks in my mind that I was trying to fix, but no matter how hard I tried, negativity just kept sinking in. I tried pharmaceutical medication for 3 weeks, and it made me feel numb. I wasn't myself, I wasn't happy, I couldn't even feel my emotions, even if they were negative, and I absolutely hated that. I didn't know why at the time, but I felt like I needed to feel those emotions. That I needed to endure the pain so that I could learn from it and I could grow from it. And after I graduated high school, my depression started to calm down for a few months, until I lost one of my great friends to suicide. He had been there for me so many times, and I wasn't there for him, and that broke me. After losing Braden, I was so lost. I was more depressed than I had ever been, as well as more confused than I had ever been. I didn't know how, why, or what I was supposed to do. And that was when I was introduced to medical cannabis. Before you turn off the video, allow me to give some background info. I was brought up in a Christian household that was very against drugs and cannabis usage. I grew up hearing about all the dangers of cannabis. And I was an athlete my first 15 years of life, so I didn't have time or an interest in trying it. But after losing Braden, I felt like I had tried everything. I felt like my depression was never going to go away, and that I was going to feel like this for the rest of my life. So I tried cannabis for the first time, and the effects that it had on my mental illnesses was substantial. First off, I didn't feel sad at all anymore. I was with some of my friends, and I can honestly say that that first night that I got high was one of the happiest days my life had seen in about 4 years. So not only was I just in a great mood and laughing and having a good old time, but when I went home, my anxiety is shut off too. Instead of my brain firing off 10,000 thoughts in different directions all at the same time, it was calm. I could think through the thoughts in my head instead of feeling overwhelmed by the large amount of them. So when I got home, cannabis had already helped my depression and my anxiety. Now I wanted to find out how it helped my insomnia. So I laid down, and that was it. I passed out and I slept deeper than I had slept in years. So just in one night of using cannabis, the medical benefits that I saw were unreal. It was like, this has helped me more in one night than anything I've tried in the past 3 or 4 years. Why has no one suggested this to me? Why has no one told me that I should try smoking cannabis for my depression? And that led me to a lot of different thoughts. It made me start to realize that maybe everything that I've been taught about cannabis is a lie. I mean, if cannabis can help me this much, why is it not accessible for anyone? How do these big research companies come back and say there are no medical benefits to cannabis when I experienced 3 in one night alone? So I had to step back and look at the big picture. There's this stoner, pothead stereotype around marijuana, and that makes a lot of people think that it's bad. And I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of people out there who smoke weed, they don't get their shit done, and they give the rest of us a terrible name. But have you heard of an alcoholic? Exactly. Not everyone that drinks is an alcoholic, and not everyone who uses cannabis is a pothead. I know that there's going to be lots of people who view this and instantly get turned away because it has to do with marijuana. In fact, I had a lot of people tell me how stupid I was for posting this video because so many people aren't going to support the Freed Mind Speaks anymore. And you know what? They might be right. But allow me to say this. I was silenced in my depression. I suffered every single day of my life, and I know exactly what someone with depression is going through. Every day, I hear from and about so many people who use cannabis as a medicine, but they can't say anything about it because of their job or their family just doesn't understand. And to be honest with you, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick and tired of having to stay within the social norms just to make people happy, because the truth is, most of the people who see this video have tried cannabis. You've smoked it before. You know the medicinal potentials, and you're going to be torn when you watch this video. Those types of people are going to be torn because on the inside, they know that cannabis does have huge medical benefits and they want to advocate for it. But on the outside, they're going to be scared of how the people around them view them. And if that's you, who I'm speaking to right now, then that's okay. I can understand why. But I'm confident that there's enough people in this country right now who can see the same benefits that I do, and they are not scared to stand up for what they believe in. And if no one stands with me, then I will stand alone. My name's Tyler Abney, and I'm the founder of the Freed Mind Speaks. Medical cannabis saved my life, and I stand up for what I believe in. Do you?
This time is my time, and I don't need no invite to the party. Got roll over minutes, and it feels like my calling.